with an update on what's happening in your weekend forecast. Right now, though, we're talking with Julana Phoenix about not her business, which we've done in years past, but this time we're talking about the Southeast Texas Cake Club, which I admitted earlier this morning. I did not realize there was a cake club.
There is, and it's been around for a long time.
Really?
I want to point out, you don't have to be a cake decorator to join this club either.
Right.
But if you want to learn how to do basic icing, do a few flowers, it's a perfect
opportunity to be able
to do that.
I think it's kind of cool too. Yeah, because I was going to say, not only do they get together and talk about techniques, they demonstrate and do, and that's kind of what this event that we're talking about today. It's called a day of sharing, and I guess what the point is not sharing cake. The day is sharing knowledge, right?
Correct. Just real quick from the top, we're going to have Rocio Gonzalez. She's going to do hand modeling of sugar paste.
Okay, so that would be how you hand make some of these items?
Right. She's going to, on Monday, she's going to have a specific class to do a little superhero figure.
Right.
You know, the little top things that you
put on that you would put on a cake.
Right, and it's a hands-on class. You will know how to do it after she's done with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she's just one of a number of people that will be doing different demonstrations.
Right. We have Sheila Brooks is coming from Sugarland. She's going to do a gum paste bird of paradise flower, which I want to learn.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Dina Collins is going to do a Mother's Day cake just in time for Mother's Day. And the thing about these demos, if you watch them, you'll probably be able to do it.
Yeah. So you know, I got to ask you this: as a cake decorator and somebody who's made cakes for a long time, I mean, have we gone away from the cake and more about what's on top of the cake or what's around the cake? You know what I'm saying? Away from, it's almost like it's more important what it looks like sometimes than what it tastes like.
Actually, we went through an area or a time of that, but we're now getting back to you want a cake that tastes good, simple, taste is still.
So are we at the end of the fondant everything period of cakes? Or I know it's still there.
I won't say that.
Yeah.
I won't say that. The fondant is here to stay.
And because it's such a great way to model and to do things that you want to do, right? I mean, isn't that the idea?
It's very pretty.
Yeah, it does look good.
Pretty. Just make sure that your cake on the inside tastes as good as it looks on the outside.
Yeah, that would be the key. Now, tell me a little bit about this little cake that you have here. That's interesting. Because when I think of cakes, I always think of, I don't know, ornamental flowers, you know.
Right.
And this looks like a desert setting here.
This is the new style that's coming out. This is one of the most popular icing styles now. It's called Distressed, and you can put fresh flowers on it. But succulents have been coming out recently, and we're doing these on weddings now.
I don't think I've ever seen a succulent on a cake. I mean, it's not something
it's pretty.
No, it is, but what always leaps to mind is something, you know, very pedal-driven, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're super easy to make. This is going to be one of the demonstrations that we're going to have on our day of sharing.
That's coming up on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's the last day of April, right? The 30th? Didn't I see that?
Yes, April 30th.
All right. And it's going to be at Winnie Stoll Park. So if you want to go, again, you don't have to be a baker. You don't have to be somebody in the business. This is open to the general, just like the Quilt Guild is open to anybody who wants to come and take part of it. Same thing with the Cake Club, right?
Yes. And one more word about the Cake Club. You can join the Cake Club. You don't have to be a decorator, but if you would like to learn a little bit more, because we have once a month a meeting and we have a little demonstration on how to do things. So you might show up and there's going to be a demonstration on how to get buttercream smooth on a cake. Once you do that, if it's a young mother that has kids and wants to get a nice cake, you're going to pick up techniques here that you could use
in your kitchen. And also the little cookies. I was just going to mention those. That's kind of interesting that, every one of them has their own decoration on it, doesn't it?
They're simple. They're just punched out cookies. And I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but they're punched out cookies, a little punch out of fondant. And then this is edible food coloring, and it's about 10 strokes of 3 to 4 different
10
colors.
for you. not 10 for me.
My husband did.
Oh, no.
Oh, he did?
This one.
Well, Ken.
So
I'm impressed. So
I
there
showed
you go.
him how to do it.
It can be done, Ben. It can be done.
I can teach
All right,
you.
Julana, it's always nice to see you, and thank you for
pleasure,
coming
Dan.
by. And again, don't forget, Southeast Texas Cake Club, they have their meeting coming up. It's the 30th of April, and it's going to be all day almost on that day over at Winnie Stoll Park. We'll give you the information so that you can contact them if you're interested in going. 8:26, coming up next, hip-hop star